Hey guys, so what's up? Today I'm going to be doing a video. Why does my hair look so bad? I've got it up, half down, as you can see. I'm going to be talking about a taboo subject. It's sort of, in my opinion, it shouldn't be, because it's got nothing to do with its common connotations and what people like stereotypically think of. And yeah, so I've only told like a few friends and a few family members about this, but basically today I'm going to be doing a video where I tell you guys how I got into tarot and astrology. So I recently, it's been at least half a year since I fully got into the tarot and astrology world. I've always been interested in like my horoscope and like being my zodiac sign and like all the posts on Instagram and stuff. I've always been interested in that side of astrology, but I've never got deep into like my birth chart or anything. So today I'm gonna be telling you about how I got into tarot and astrology. So I'm gonna do astrology first and then I'm gonna do tarot. So astrology is the study of the movements and relative positions of celestial bodies, interpreted as having an influence on human affairs and the natural world. So that is what it basically is. To narrow that down, it's basically just like a way of predicting what could happen in someone's life and how someone could be personality wise, and what their features and characteristics might be like. It's sort of just like categorizing like people into these signs and houses, and everyone has a birth chart. So if you do want to look at your birth chart, I'll leave a link to a site which I always use for all my friends and everything, because I always like to see what my friends are. So with astrology, I've always been interested in like my zodiac sign, as I said. So I've always sort of had that like intuitive like side, and I've always been interested in horoscopes and like my star sign. And yeah, so everyone has 3 signs that are the main ones. So you have your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant sign, or your rising sign. That's what it's called. It has 2 names, so that's why I said both. So I'm gonna put my signs down the side here. So my sun sign is Libra, my moon sign is Pisces, and my ascendant sign is Libra. So I have both Libra. I have 2 Libra signs in my big 3. So like obviously Libra is very prominent in my life, and Libra energy, a lot of air and water energies in my life. I don't really have much earth or fire energy, which are elements, by the way. There's 4 elements: earth, fire, water, air. You can have a look at which signs are air and which were like what signs are for each element, because there's 4 elements, 4 signs in each element, and there's 12 signs in total. So if you didn't know that, then yeah. And basically a lot of my birth chart is Libra. I have a lot of Libra characteristics, and yeah, I love being a Libra. I just love being a Libra. It has really related to me, and I've always really enjoyed being a Libra. But I can also see how I'm a Pisces moon. A sun sign is more like your appearance, I think, or like how I always get sun sign and rising sign mixed up. It's either how someone perceives you or how someone perceives how you perceive yourself. So like I think your sun sign is like your appearance, and I think your ascendant sign is like how other people perceive you and like stuff like that. So, and your moon sign is your emotional side, like how emotional you are and what emotional characteristics you have and things like that. So I understand why I'm a Pisces, because I'm an extremely emotional person, and I also have that spiritual side, which is why I'm into like tarot and astrology, I think. And I'm also very intuitive, so that's why I think I really fit well with the signs that I have been given or was born on. If you want to find out your rising sign, you do need to know the time you were born, otherwise you can only find out your moon and your sun sign if you do want to get into it yourself. But yeah, like I said, I've always just really connected with that side. I've always known like what time, dates, even before I fully got into it, I already knew who would be what sign. Like if someone would tell me the birthday, I'd be like, oh, you're a Taurus, or oh, you're a Virgo. And yeah, so, and I always notice that I don't get on well with earth signs, except from Taurus, because we both are ruled by Venus. Libra and Tauruses are ruled by Venus, which is why I think I get on so well with my best friend Kaylee. But other than that, I think I get on best with air and water signs. Usually they are the ones I get on well with best. But yeah, so John is also a Libra, so he's a Libra, Virgo, Sagittarius. So yeah, I don't know why I included that, but if you wanted to know. But yeah, even if you just like want to find out yourself what astrology is and what like, I don't really have a very big story for astrology because I've always been interested in it. And in December, January was when I really got into it, and I really sat down, learned about it, and yeah, so that is what happened for astrology. Whereas for tarot, it's a little bit more interesting. So that is my astrology sort of talk. I'm now going to get into tarot. So tarot is a way of learning more about yourself and others, and you can predict the future with it. It's not very accurate because, well, it can be accurate in some cases. It's more like, so the tarot, first note, is a pack of playing cards. I mean, I wouldn't say they're just playing cards. I mean, they do have more meaning than that, but okay. Like, that is such a bad definition of what is tarot. Tarot reading is the practice of using tarot cards to gain insight into the past, present or future by formulating a question, then drawing and interpreting cards. So yeah, that's basically more of a realistic definition. It is very interpretive. You have to be able to interpret cards and look at them in a way that, like, you have to see between like what the message is. And the deck that most people use is a Rider-Waite's cards. So tarot cards usually come in a pack, and they are 78 cards. I'm just going to give you a bit of info about tarot before I talk about how I got into tarot. So this is what a deck looks like. This is my deck. I got it in December for the first time. This is my first ever deck, and the one that I live by. It's so great. It also they usually come with like a book with the meanings in as well. So like, this is what it'll look like. So the deck comes with 78 cards, 21 are major cards, and then, let me work this out, 21 take off 78. 20 take off is 58, take off 7 is 51, and then there's 51 minor arcana cards. So you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they have the ace, no, you have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you have the page, the knight, the king and the queen, or the other way around, I can't remember. But yeah, and then you have 4 suits. So you have the wands, the cups, the swords and the pentacles. So I'll sort of give like, I'll sort of look at my book and give a brief like definition of what each like suit sort of represents. So they also the wands represent the suit of clubs if you had a playing card deck, and they represent fire and masculine energy. So as I said earlier, fire is an element in astrology, and I think tarot and astrology really work well together because they connect a lot of the same things together and they give us more insight. So fire is also a masculine element. Water and earth I think are the feminine ones, and then I think air and fire are the masculine ones. So yeah, and then the cups are your more emotional side. They look at the more emotional side of things. So their equivalent in a playing card deck would be the hearts. So yeah, and they have like a lot of oh, so this one is actually the element of water, and I wouldn't expect that. I'd expect cups to be air, but okay, if it's water, fair enough. And it's also a feminine energy, usually. There are a lot of like love cards and like things to do with emotions. So the swords are sort of like your physical, the physical side. Ones are more mental, and then swords are more physical, I think. So the swords represent the element of air, again another masculine thing, and they represent the spades. Yeah, so it's usually, actually no, I think I've got the wands and the swords the wrong way around. I think swords are more mental and wands are more physical. Let me double check before I start saying things. Yeah, sort of. Now the pentacles would be, so that's like the diamonds. So the swords are like, not swords, the pentacles are the diamonds in a card deck. So yeah, and they represent like wealth and material possessions, because pentacles are like coins. And yeah, so, and they represent earth, so that is a little bit feminine, I think. Yeah, feminine energy. So yeah, that is basically about the cards. You can get, whenever you get a tarot deck, you always get a guidebook. So yeah, I'm also going to give you a quick brief talk about oracle cards. So I have 3 oracle decks. So these are what they look like. Oracle decks are sort of like tarot cards, but they're not at the same time. Tarot, they like, it's hard to explain the difference between tarot and oracle cards because they are very similar. But with tarot cards, they don't have, oracle cards don't have the suits, or like they don't have the 1 to ace, kings, all that. They are just like little, I think they're called affirmation cards. So if you know what affirmation is. So yeah, these are mine. So I have the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. There's a lot of creators of oracle cards, more than tarot decks. We have the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And then another one by Doreen Virtue, which is very popular in the tarot and oracle sector, is the Romance Angels Oracle deck. This is very popular. These two aren't as popular in my opinion. So the Romance Angels Oracle deck is more like romantic things. So if you are asking the tarot cards and these cards about a relationship or something about romance, then use these. And yeah, you can also ask about like children and stuff. For Goddess Guidance, these oracle cards are probably just used to give you guidance and to show like which goddess will be helping you during a certain time in your life and stuff. So like you've got Aphrodite, White Tara, Diana, Bridget. Like they're all feminine cards, and they just give you guidance into your life, like what you need to know about your life at the same time. Oh my god, I'm dying. Probably got coronavirus. I'm joking, I don't really. With these energy cards, there are 53 cards, and each one has a different meaning. They go through chakra angels. If you don't know what they are, then you can check those out too. Energy oracle cards are designed to reveal both the present energy you project and the results you are likely to attract. So in here you have cards like Man Holding a Heart, Door to Love, and seventh chakra Archangel Uriel. There's loads of different ones, but I'm not going to get the cards out individually because that'll take too long for this video. But I'm going to get into now how I got into them. And yeah, like tarot is a very taboo thing. Like people, there's a lot of skeptics about it because it can be related to like psychics and stuff like that. There's a lot of skeptics about it. It's very taboo because people think it's witchcraft or devil worshipping. It is not, honestly. You can use this for spiritual growth or personal growth, and just to help you have more of an insight into what's going on in your life. So say if you're going through a real hard time and you want to know why this time is so hard for you and what you need to work on or focus your energy on, then that's more about what it's about. It's not about like worshipping the devil. Like there's no parts of it where you worship the devil. Like you might call on the cards for something, but you're not calling on the devil. You're more calling on God than anything. It's the complete opposite. And they're very spiritual. They're also good with manifesting because you can find out what you want or should be manifesting during a certain time. Manifestation is a whole nother thing. I don't personally manifest because I don't really understand it. But if you do want to learn about manifesting, then this probably isn't the right video for you. But yeah, I'm going to get into tarot readings because how I got into it, because it is a weird story but also quite cool. So I used to always watch tarot readings, like pick a card readings. If you've ever seen those on YouTube where like people, they'll give you like 4 different sets of cards and you have to pick which pile you relate to, and then you like skip to the time where they're interpreting the pile that you're drawn to. And yeah, so I was watching those and I was just like, one came up saying who is going to be your next boyfriend or who you're going to marry, whatever the title was, I can't remember. And this was in May 2019, and I did have a crush on a guy at this time. It's not John and it isn't, so yeah, I've never dated him or anything. And I watched this video and I was thinking, please say that this guy is going to next date me. And at the start I thought maybe I have a chance of dating this guy, when really it meant it could have been. So I saw this video in May and I thought, you know what, I'll watch it. And I was watching it and she was doing my pile and she said these specific things. So she said the next guy will be from your past, possibly from school, green-eyed, dark blonde to brown hair, and you will get together in the fall. Those are the main 4 ones I can remember. There was probably more about it. Oh yeah, they said that the honeymoon phase will last forever, or seem to last like a long time. Don't hate on me for saying fall instead of autumn, because I know my grandparents are going to watch this video and they're going to hate on me, so yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Anyway, so I started dating John on the 5th of September 2019. And obviously I'm gonna forget. I'm not gonna be looking out for the signs of like it coming true. I completely forgot it, and I only remembered that reading September the 5th, and that technically is autumn, because to me autumn is the months of September, October, November. They are the months of fall for me. I think winter starts in December and like ends in February. Like John obviously is from my past. I've known him since I was 2 years old, and he's from school. I've been to every school with him so far. When I go to college, it'll be the first time we have not gone to the same school. So yeah, that's going to be really weird because he was in my nursery, my primary school and my high school, so it's going to be really, really weird. He has green eyes, he has dark blonde hair, and he, what else did I say? We started dating in the fall time. So obviously those are 4 big things that sort of like was said in the reading, and that's why I believed it so much. I was like, oh my god. And the fact that I only remembered the reading when we started dating as well, I even told him this and he was like, oh my god, we're like meant to be. Obviously like it is very skeptical. Obviously it's not what it might not have been what it meant, but it's so weird that it actually happened. And also that is why I got really into it then. And I never had a chance to get a tarot deck because I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna get so judged because it's so taboo, even though I don't think it should be. It's got nothing to do with witchcraft or anything. I saw these tarot decks being sold with the guidebook in my supermarket in Asda, and this is literally so broke. Like, have you seen the box? It's so bad. I only told my grandparents about it like when I went on holiday last, which was in February. So I'd actually been doing tarot for 2 months, but I was too scared because I thought they'd be judgmental about it because they're old fashioned and stuff. No offense guys if you do watch this video. Anyway, so yeah, I saw it in Asda and I never bought it, but luckily I went in Asda on my own at some point to get some Christmas presents for people, mainly John obviously, but I was getting family Christmas presents as well. So I was in Asda and I saw it again and I was like, oh my god, I actually have the money now to buy it and it's also still here, and if I don't buy it now they might not sell it again. And yeah, so I bought it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna do it, I've been saying I'm gonna do it for so long, I need to do it. So I bought it and I spent at least like, I spent the whole night researching about it, learning about every single card. Like seriously, it was so mad. I still don't know some of the meanings of the cards, but you know what, once you look at a deck so many times, once you look at the meanings so many times, you do start to remember certain meanings of cards and things like that. So yeah, I do have some meanings, but I also make my own meanings, because when you look at something and you are answering a question, you sort of, like when someone gives you a question and you have the evidence sort of to like go with what your gut is telling you. And as I said, I'm very intuitive. I can, like, people, whenever I do the readings, not like, seriously, it isn't weird to get into tarot if you really like it and you really want to sort of use that creative mind. And sort of like, it has helped me become more creative. And if you want to just dive into your intuition and see what things you can find out about yourself and others, and you know what, it does help people, because even if the things that you say are gonna happen don't happen at the time that you give them that reassurance and that guidance, it makes them feel so good even if it doesn't happen. And they won't be bothered because they will have probably forgotten about the reading. And if they haven't, they'll message you and they'll ask you for another reading and for you to read again for them. Because I don't personally read for myself. I just feel like it's too biased and like, yeah, so I don't read for myself usually. I usually do paid readings on my yeah, so I do paid readings, and I do have a price list. So if you do want a reading from me, you can always just hit me up on my Instagram. I think I'll leave my astrology and tarot Instagram. So that is my story really, and that is why I got into tarot, and how I got into tarot, and what is tarot and astrology. I really hope that it gives you more insight and less likely to judge someone if you do have a friend that's interested in it, because they might be more intuitive than you. Everyone has their own level of intuition, and sometimes people just don't understand, and that's why they're skeptics, and they're very skeptical. Skeptic sounds so weird now, I keep saying it. They're very skeptical about the whole thing about it, because they feel like it is devil worship, and it's not. It's seriously not. It's so not. It's just guidance. In my opinion, tarot reading and oracle reading is just guidance. It's giving guidance to other people and helping other people at a time where they might need some reassurance. So weird sometimes, like seriously, sometimes I read for people and the things actually happen that come up in the card, and the things actually resonate. I think I did the first proper paid reading I did for someone was someone that was asking if they were going to get this job that they was going to an interview for the next day. So as I was saying, and then the next, like when she got the like notification of saying that she'd got the job and she'd actually passed through the interview, she messaged me straight away and she was like, oh my god, I got the job, thank you so much for giving me the reassurance. and just tell it I can't believe it actually happened and stuff like that. It's so weird sometimes because it's so coincidental, but at the same time it's like I predicted that. Like I predicted that was gonna happen and it happened. It's weird, you know. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do have any questions about it, please put it in the description, not in the description, in the comments section, and let me know if you do have any questions, if you are a bit skeptic about it and you just want to know a little bit more, or if you have any questions at all really about tarot or astrology, then please leave them below and I will help you in any way I can. I'll also leave the link to get your free birth chart in the astrology one. I'll leave the link to that in the description. And yeah, don't forget to give a like, subscribe, click the notification bell and check out my social medias. Okay, bye. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Goodbye.